dynasty of the Arab occupations of not only Egypt but the other part of the Mesopotamia area. They was called Mamelukes. This is the service name. Instead of calling slaves, they were called Mamelukes.
Could he bring it up so you can show that shield on the door? Or you want to show the shield in the door?
Yes. If you can't, we could see the shields from here, but if that's not enough, we've got other pictures that'll show you huge shields.
Like point to the shield on the door, brother. See in the picture so the audience can see the shield.
We're gonna make an attempt to point to the shields in the picture. All right.
You can't point to it.
Okay, I got it. Right over the lady's head, sister's head. That's the shield there. Okay.
And another shield near face. Another shield below that. Yeah. All on that door.
On the doors, the shield of David, representing the Jews. The Arabs is dealing with selling our people and taking over our people. All the Israelites that didn't bow down to Islam was killed. This is a sister over here in the corner. Got her breasts out and everything. You can clearly see that she's of an Israelite stock. Beautiful sister. The Arabs made them dominate them and took them and so forth. The Arabs also had some of the white women and so forth in their harems and so forth that they got from the Khazars and other parts where the white people was in captivity under. During the 900 AD, the Israelites were ruling all over Europe and so forth. Okay, from that page I want to go to page 245. Page 245. Let's see what we have here. I mentioned that the names of these Israelites was called the servants of the Arab sultans and caliphs, the Fatimites era, which is run under Arab dominance. Where the service was called Mamelukes. Mamelukes. You can see the word under the bottom at the bottom. Emir Mamluk, which means a servant. That's what the service of Israel was called under the sultans, the caliphs, the Saracens, and the Saladin dynasties of Arab dominance and rulership. From the 6th century AD all the way up to the end of the 9th century AD. Brothers, black men, Israelites, Jews, under subjection. A lot of the Jews refused to fall down under the dominance and the philosophy of the Arab teaching under Muhammad. Those that refused to follow the Islamic doctrine, the Islamic way, was killed. That's why you got a lot of simple-minded Negroes today still running around with this Arabic Islamic doctrine, not knowing that they are Jews. Well, during the time of the Crusades, a lot of the Saracens and the Saladin, the Mameluke servants of that era, and during that time was converted back to their nationality as Israelites. You can't convert an Arab into be a Jew. So they was converting the Israelites servants, like Mameluke servants, back to their identity and so forth. That's why the Crusade kings had peace for a long time. Because eventually what happened was these Mamelukes was able to rise up and become the leaders of these dynasties over the Arabs. And took over these different dynasties of the Arab world. The Sultan dynasty, the Saracens, and the Saladin dynasty were taken over by the servants later on during the time of the Middle Ages. That's why we had peace to go down into Israel during the time of the Crusades. And then later on, the Arabs took it back over, later on. And they conquered us out of our land. The last Christian outpost in Jerusalem was in 1292. All right? And the Arabs came back and took us over. Now, from that page, we're going to go to page 258. 258. And this is just going to show you distinctly what the high priest Ahrayah was talking about the shield of David among the old houses. This is a house showing you a shield of David and the Jews there, small figures, but you're going to distinctly see the shield of David at this house. See the shield of David showing the Jews living in Egypt. clearly see the shield of David there. And these people that is in the streets are black, Israelite, Hebrew, Israelite Jews with the shield of David on their wall. That's without a shadow of a doubt. All right? So the old house.
The guy walking.
These guys,
he's black.
Guys walking is definitely black.
Right. The guy
and the women with this.
Right. And they try to wipe some of them down. Right.
But you can see that the guys walking and so forth are black people, and you can see that the shield of David on the wall represent the Jews here, so forth. Okay? From this book, I'm going to show you a few other pictures. Another book that we have showing you the second copy, showing the Israelites in Egypt. I go straight to page 91. Page 91 here. And okay. Showing you the interiors of the eastern bath. And you can see a servant here, a Jew, taking care of baths. It's the guy that's standing up between his toes, leaning up against the wall. His facial features, Israelite servant in Egypt. The baths. This is during the time of the Arab occupation also. Alright? From that page we go to 105. Okay, what I want to show you here is another picture to your right, going over. This is an Israelite sitting here, called a snake charmer. See his features and so forth. Black people was in Egypt. That was service and so forth. He did many different things in Egypt. This is distinctly showing you the black men running Egypt and so forth. No white people that's they call themselves Jews was in Egypt. The white man didn't come out of the caves to the 8th century. Alright? He was up there in the caves all the way up to he became cleaned up in the 8th century of the Khazar and Ashkenazi Empire. Alright? We cleaned them up there. The other whites were service and all that until the time that the Mosai allowed them to come out. And later on they ended up today in Israel in 1947, 48 as an independent nation. But the Jews in Egypt, in ancient Egypt, were black. The whites were service during this period under the dark nation. Okay, from that page, let's go to page 251. You can clearly see out of the harems of the Israelite women. The women that danced for the Egyptians and so forth were Israelites. They showed their bodies like that and so forth. Most of the Egyptians, when you see them, they had their bodies covered. They didn't walk around with their breasts out and so forth. The service mostly showed their bodies in nakedness and so forth. And this is a part of them humbling themselves and showing that they were servants. You can distinctly see the Israelite in the back, and the woman there is showing her body and so forth.
Yeah, Israelite back is playing the lure.
Yeah, she's playing like a lure or a harp, or some like a string instrument for the woman to dance, showing her nakedness. You just clearly see that she's not no white woman. Another Israelite woman sitting down playing like a clarinet or a flute type of instrument. Okay. From there, we're going to go to page, we're going to go to another book right quick. We just want to show you a lot of the pictures so you can get it in your mind about what we are, who we are, and so forth. This book is called The Israelites. They got a lot on the front. Bastards running around that they call
I didn't get that.
Jews.
I didn't get the name of the book yet.
Israelites.
The focus better come in.
Okay. By editor of Time's Life book. The Israelites. So we want to see what these Israelites look like. We're going to go to page 35, and we're going to show you pictures.